In case you missed the rumblings, the Blue Moon weapons were on the chopping block, so to speak, over on the Fallout 76 PTS. But crisis was averted. So let's sit back and discuss what actually happened and transpired and why we will not be losing the ability to mod these weapons. Crisis averted, guys. So Fallout 76 had a lot of turmoil going on yesterday, and I didn't want to report on it right away because I was more concerned that by giving you guys the wrong feedback and the wrong... I don't want to mislead anybody. I want to kind of wait things out and see how things play out, because I was like, should I actually report on this or should I not? And I just want you guys to know that yesterday, the whole Discord server was about ready to spontaneously combust because there was all sorts of issues going on with the Holy Fire and Elder's Mark. It's the Blue Moon weapons, as they're being called in the Discord server. I had left some general feedback, and I just went back to see what the general response from the rest of the Fallout 76 community was surrounding my feedback. And as you can see, I got 14 stars, but right below where I actually made this comment, you have somebody say, did we ever find out if the Holy Fire and Elders being unrollable was intended or not? Like, I had actually asked about this a long time ago and never got a response back. I just kind of said, this needs to be, rollable, and we need to have that fixed. Anyway, never heard anything back. Anyway, Hydra right here, it's actually, the name is Hydra. So right below Rainy Day in Space, their question about the Holy Fire and Elder's Mark, you can see right here that Hydra, who is a Bethesda Game Studios employee, right here you can see it's the same thing, and there's the H. It says that is intended. TYR, who is another Fallout 76 or Fallout. But anyway, TYR, it looks like he's definitely back in the game here. Says, any chance we can get some elaboration on that, with a little, laughing, sweaty emoji because they're nervous, intention or direction with re-rolling name legendaries, etc. And so it says, none of the unique items should be able to be re-rolled or have the legendary effects changed. So will you guys remove them? So what's going to happen? I don't have an answer. So this is literally why I decided not to say anything about this issue, because I was worried that if I jumped to conclusions, that would be horrible. But I figured, if they actually came back with us that, hey, this was supposedly, it's supposed to be like a bug. It was never supposed to be happening. But the thing is I'm pretty sure they knew about it on the PTS that we could re-roll them. So I don't know why they let all that through if it was not intentional. So I'm not exactly sure why that was even a thing. Then they wanted to go ahead and ask some more questions. So Rainey says, will currently rolled ones stay the same or be reverted? Oh, sorry, didn't see if it was already asked. And it says, I can already smell the legacies all the way from here, is what somebody else says. And then somebody said, let's not jump to any conclusions. It says, it feels like if you're set on preventing Holy Fire and Elders from being re-rolled, that they should not be reverted. Lots of people spent a lot of time trading or making good ones. And so the thing is this just went on and on and on and on and on and on, and just all the way through. And anyway, just now, I heard that they did finally come to a conclusion about this whole thing. And thank God the crisis has been averted, because my golly, I literally thought I might be a little upset, because the thing is if they take away the ability for us to be able to re-roll them, they're probably going to take away the ability for us to mod them. And so this right here is the feedback that they got. 70, you can see here where I voted yesterday. It says, allow re-rolling of uniques that are re-rollable on live, like the ones in the Blue Moon weapons. So 70 people came in here and said yes. So if you ever get on any type of feedback, or you have a suggestion, or you like a suggestion that somebody's made, in order to get the devs to see it and take it seriously, this is the only button you need to push. You need to put a star. They have a starboard, so that way you can see. See, it says starboard right here. That's the ones that get the most attention. They go right over here, and all the devs look at this. So only certain people look at these suggestions, but everybody looks at the starboard. So if you ever want something to be supported, push a star. This praying hands or the cool sign is not going to get you anywhere. Like, yes, you can downvote it to the moon if you want to, but the star is the one that you want to do if you're trying to upvote. So just a little tip there with that. But anyway, let's head on down to the bottom here and see if we can get to the very bottom of this. So less than an hour ago, Hydra has finally responded. It says, alrighty, it's been lively in here today. I'd like to let you know that the next PTS iteration, the next one, so not this one, will include the 4 Blue Moon weapons and legendary crafting for you to try out and give feedback on. Okay? And this says, war's over. He says, but it never changes. The whining was getting old, somebody said, and that's exactly what I thought about it last night. I'm like, there's no way. There's too many people to be way upset. I mean, like, these weapons aren't like breaking the game or anything crazy. I just can't imagine they would have taken them out, which is another reason why I didn't really report on it. I was like, the star board system will work, because when I actually voted on it, it was already at 14. I think you only need to have like 10 to get it, to the point where people actually pay attention to it, and 20 is massive. So it was already at 14 and had just went up. Like, there's no way. It says, we are not doing another character import, just so you guys are aware. And then it says, sorry, here are the 4 that will be testable: Holy Fire, Elder's Mark, Blue Ridge, and Ouga Gauntlet. So those are the Blue Moon weapons, because that was the name of the season, was Once in a Blue Moon, or the update was called Once in a Blue Moon. And so then it goes over, thank you for communicating an update. If we want to suggest the laser rifle skins to the ultrasight rifle, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, basically, and he says right here, remember, everything in the PTS is a work in progress. And that is the one thing that I want every single person to take away from this. This is why I don't ever try to jump to any conclusions when I see something in the PTS, because it is a work in progress. I will make notes and come over here and leave my feedback. I will tell them exactly what I think and how I feel about it. And you guys, if you watch the live streams, are also entitled to do the same thing. And oftentimes, if there's something that happens inside of one of my live streams and it's a big deal, I will say, hey, I'm going to leave a note, and you guys can actually go over and upvote it, and I will leave a link in the description and the general announcements of my Discord server, so that way everybody that feels strongly about it can go over and actually, upvote this, so that way the devs will see that this is an issue for loads of people. So, anytime there's something going on in the PTS, I try to hold back and wait until I absolutely know if it's going to be something. Now, data mines are completely different, because, like I said, that's kind of like trying to shake your Christmas presents the day before Christmas, and you're trying to figure out what you're getting. Like, it's like a peek into the future. But the PTS, like, if you see something weird, like damage being removed or something crazy, or like something's overpowered, like, I try not to get too excited one way or the other, just because a lot of it changes before it ever even goes to the live servers. So with that being said, I just want everybody to know, in case you had heard any rumblings about it, that it is not happening. We are going to be able to keep rolling all of our Holy Fires, all of our Elder's Marks, all of our Ouga Gauntlets, and the little Blue Ridge, I don't know, stampy thing, the fire, I don't even know what to call it. Anyway, all that stuff, the Blue Moon weapons, are still going to be rollable, so try not to get upset, and just remember, like Hydra said, remember, everything in the PTS is a work in progress. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the wasteland. Huge shout out to all my channel members, the Death Claws. Without you, none of this would be possible, and I truly love each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for having my back. Take care. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys, and I'll see you in the wasteland.